Hello, this is Running Robert, and welcome to part 3 of How to Make a Game. So what we're doing in this little series is just making a very simple game in Unity. This is just trying to give people a chance to look at it in several small sections. I guess one of the biggest problems I had is people were like, learn how to make a game, and then had a 4-hour video for it. And that was just too much. So I have done little, just like 10-minute sections, maybe a little bit more, to try to get that into place. I have 2 previous sections they're going to be putting at the top within this first minute, just so you guys can see what we've done. To sum it up very easily, we have made our player able to move, and our player is able to shoot. So pretty simple, but the next thing we need in this game is going to be an enemy. So with that case, we're going to come over here, and we're going to make a new 2D sprite. And what we're going to do is, let's see what we have going on here. So I got a background and another background. There's not much that Unity has, so you kind of use what we have. And you know what? I'm going to use this. So we have that sprite selected. However, he is a little bit small, so we're going to try to make him a little bit bigger. And there we go. That is a pretty good size for him, because it's about the same size as our player. We are going to place him over here for the moment. So obviously what we're going to be doing is adding our box collider components. And for this, we are going to click triggered. We are going to make sure our player is click triggered and our rigid body is simulated. And we're just going to go ahead and put the rigid body in there. We might not need it, but of course take away gravity. But obviously for people who are like, hey, I want this as a basis, it's good to have on there. Okay. So now that we've created our enemy, we're just going to keep him the same color at the moment. Let's get him to actually do stuff. So we're going to add a component, and we're going to add a new script. And we're just going to go enemy move. Okay. So now that those scripts are created, what we're going to do is edit it. Okay. So the first thing we need in the script is we don't really have a void start. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that. But we do want to do a couple things here. So we're going to add a public float, and we're going to call it speed. And then just for this game, we're going to add a public bool called MoveLeft. And you'll see kind of why we do that in a second. It's something that we can build off of, which is always nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to use, let me clean this up a little bit, our void update. And what we're going to say here is if MoveLeft is clicked, what are we going to do? So that makes it pretty simple. So if we're just going to use a very simple transform and translate kind of thing going on here. So TRANSO, transform, not spelled right. And like I said, I will be putting all this code in the text. So if you're like, I can't really see it, or I am moving too fast, which I always find is a problem, you guys can pick it up from there. Okay, so what we're going to do, since we're moving left, we're going to make it -2. And we're going to multiply it by time. That is not the right thing I want to do. Time. And Time.deltaTime. And then we're also going to multiply it by speed. And then we're not going to have any other real movement going on, so we're just going to put zeros here to kind of close that out. And so here we have. So this is pretty much simple. If this public bool is selected, it's going to move to the left at a negative time every time times the speed. So pretty simple. So when we get back to here, we see right here, we have stuff selected. I'm going to put a little bit of speed in here for the moment, and as we press play, nothing happens. But if I click this here, there we go. We got some movement, and they just pass each other. So obviously we need to continue to edit the script here, because we need to add collisions to this. So let's make sure that we're at the final point here. And what we're going to do is just avoid on trigger enter 2D. So we're going to put when something hits in the 2D space, we're going to call up our collider and our hit object. Okay. So what we're going to say is if the hit object equals hit object, the tag of the hit object equals the player, which we tagged, we are going to destroy gameObject. Okay, so this is very simple. Pretty much if we collide with the player, it's going to be gone. Okay, so now that we're saved, I'm going to go back up here. And we have an error. Oh, I spelled it incorrectly. Give me a second. Let's see if it catches it down here. There we go. Very nice. Okay, so now as we're moving, boom. That's perfect. So now our enemies actually take themselves out, which is really, really nice. So the big problem is we only have one enemy. So let's give him some friends. And what we're doing here is we're making this easy. I'm going to use the same movement script, but I'm going to be able to change the speeds and kind of work on that stuff in there. So it's pretty simple. I like it. So what we're also going to do, actually, let's just try this out. Let's shoot him. And the bullets are not there yet. We're going to be working on that. Okay, so we have our enemy here. And so what we're going to do, let's go back. And let's duplicate him a couple times. So we're going to actually rename him. And we're just going to call him enemy 1. What we're going to do is we're going to duplicate them. And let's duplicate them a few times. So let's grab all my duplicates. And now we have the wall of pain. Okay. So they're pretty simple. What we're going to do is I want something to make sure that they are what we know they are. So let's add some colors. So what we're going to do, let's make one nice and blue. I'm going to rename, so let's see, rename him enemy B, because he's blue. Let's see the color for him. There you go, enemy black. Rename him. And let's call him full name for this one. We have a couple more to go anyway. Okay. Let's see, there we go, we got a yellow. Call him enemy Y. And last but not least, nope, not that one. We want color. There we go. You know what? I already have green for one, so let's not do green. Let's look what else we got. That's too cool. There we go. Let's go light blue. Okay. So when we have all of our enemies now, and we're just going to rename him enemy LB, light blue. Why not? Great. But let's see. Of course, we need some more stuff to do here. We would like the bullets to actually collide against it at the same point. Because right now, let's see. I can get here, but like I said, but I can take them all out almost. And that could be something that we do. The game could turn into something that we are having to work with. But you know what? Like I said, I think adding the collision to the bullets and adding the spawner script is something that we're going to do in another video because I'm about at 10 minutes. So we're going to leave there. We've made our enemies. And so we're going to stop there. And I hope you guys catch me next time. And we will add collision for the bullets. And we're going to add a spawner script. So we just don't have these enemies at the same time. We're also going to adjust speeds and have some fun with them. Okay. So I hope you guys join me then. Bye.